everybody. We're gonna start.
What, we're done socializing?
Yeah, socialization time is over. So, somebody on Facebook posted that they would like some kind of bedding for their foster kittens that could be sanitized, and then Peggy found this lovely website. And as you can see, this is a plan for one that would fit in a kennel. You can make this into a tower, you can make this into a big dog bed, you can make, with just using different fittings, and if you need...
Bunk beds.
Yeah. If you need help, like, envisioning what you want it to look like, draw something up and make an appointment when I'm here, and I will work out, because I used to make parent play stands out of PVC pipe 15, 20 years ago. So when this was like, how do we do that? I'm like, I can show you! Because it's just basically the same thing. It's kind of like Lincoln Logs or Legos, which I love.
Or Connects, or
yes.
know, whatever you can imagine.
Exactly. So it is really quite simple, but if you need help figuring out what kind of fittings, I have changed the plans with the help of my wonderful husband, Chris, a little bit, because as people were saying on Facebook, the fittings are harder to find. You can find any fitting you want if you want to order them online. But the fittings that are in this plan, they didn't have at Home Depot or Lowe's. So we're just going to alter it a little, and it'll work this way. I brought this. We opened a window, and I may not even open this glue. Yeah. It smells awful.
Can you show us what that is? Thank you.
And yeah, this is Christie's Red Hot Blue Glue. You have, with this one, it isn't a two-parter. That's how come my husband recommended this one. Many of them you need to put on one type and then put in another one. This one's one step, and it gives you a little bit of time. You don't have a lot before it's set, but it's permanent once you use this. When I made the bird stands, I used just white school glue because parrots are very, very sensitive to stuff. So I just used that because it's safe for kids. So
if we use something like that or smelly, can we leave it outside until the odor
yes,
is
you
gone
leave it outside and let it air out because it'll stink up your house. But you can see I put an elbow and this together, and I did not put, I am sorry, if you look on the list that's typed up where I said as bed was made, I didn't include, so these are pens, you might want to make a note. You need 4 1.5 inch pieces of pipe. But as I was saying, I put an elbow and this together this morning just plain, and now I can't get this out. They stick really good without glue. This isn't glue. So we're going to start putting it together. You'll need tape measure. And this is a PVC pipe cutter. This is my least favorite way to cut PVC pipe. If you have a table saw, those are awesome. And if you have a jigsaw, if you don't have one or have access to one, this is the cheapest way, but it is, you will see. My husband can do it much faster because he's stronger than me.
No, it wants to just crush.
It goes. I cut all of this with these this morning.
Okay.
It works. It just takes a little bit of doing.
You're on candid camera.
Yeah. No, it takes this long.
We can edit.
There we go.
You're getting it.
Woo. Once it gets down into it, it goes.
Yay!
So that's like the most painful part if you use it with one of those. Find something else. Just find something else.
Where did you find the pipe?
This, you can get, all of this was purchased at Home Depot.
Okay.
No, that's like.
So that's how come we changed the plan just a little bit, and I typed out what we had. It said 8 feet of pipe. They come in 10-foot lengths. And you could probably do 8 feet if you had little short legs.
Donnelly, you could probably also get the pipe cut for you at
Yes,
Home Depot.
Home Depot will also cut the
Or
pipe.
Ace.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ace will cut for you.
And so,
You know what you.
we're gonna pretend like I opened this and I'm rubbing it on here. Because like I said, it stinks to high heaven.
But if it sticks, we don't even need to use the glue really, because
Yeah,
if
you
you're using
can-
it for kittens, say like our fosters,
they're
it's
so
not
little,
like
they're not
right.
gonna-
The same with the
Yeah.
puppies.
I only, with my bird stands, the only ones I ever glued were, I would sandpaper so they have a better grip. And so then it
Okay.
was a little bit smaller, so I glued them. But yes, you can see it stays together really well. I have to think, so I get my legs together right here. There we go. If this is not making sense at this moment, this is going to be the horizontal for the bed. This is going to be the leg. And also the great thing is if you don't use this, if you use Elmer's glue or just push it together, you have lots of time that if you put one of these on the wrong angle, you can fix it. I don't know where all this dog hair came from.
God, Linda, you don't shed, do you?
I think it happened at my house, really. I noticed I was having this issue. This is the sweet. Oh, yeah, I have 2 black cats too. That's really what I'm finding on here is black cat hair. So, one side, legs down. The other side with the legs down. And then I need to look at this and figure out the legs and the sides are almost the exact same length. So I'll have to
And
see.
you can also get a 4-way across T.
Yes, if you wanted to make a tower here, you would want to make a 4-way. And like I think what you were saying was a great idea, making it kind of a pyramid shape. So
To keep balance.
you would want to build down or something.
Right, yeah.
I know what I'm trying to say. I
I know
can't
what you
always.
mean. It would
We
be
can
more
read your mind.
It
We
Yeah.
can
would
read
be
it.
much more stable. Yeah.
We were also talking before class that you could make them, when you put the legs on,
It's not so much my kids, but my older cats would jump on
these look like.
it. And roughly.
Look! It's looking like a man!
Isn't it? I wanna go home and draw.
Donnelly, how much did those materials cost you?
The glue was the most important, most expensive part. Is almost as much as all the pipe put together.
Wow.
So,
maybe
and
we
it
don't
was
need the
like
glue.
$16. So if you didn't get the glue, like under 10. And not that, Donna got the material.
Okay, so this is just the framing. The frame
Yeah,
is what? How much that was?
That's all you want to dive in. They'll make their own.
Now if you wanted to weight this,
That's why you
you
don't
could,
glue it until you get
Yeah.
it straight.
you can, and that's why I like the Elmer's glue, you've got lots of time to mess with it to get them straight, is putting sand in here so it wouldn't knock over as easy, and then you glue on the little feeties.
Oh, excellent idea.
and hold the sand in there.
Caps.
But the parrot stands that I made,
Look at that.
look up to bed. They would just white school glue held up for years and years and years. Now,
You didn't have it outside, it didn't get wet or anything?
no, this was inside, but I took it outside to hose it off. Because if any of you have ever had a parrot, they're incredibly messy. So we have a couple of different ways we can put a bed on.
For kittens.
So this is supposed to slide through before you glue it on.
Right.
So this one you would want to leave, if you were going to use this type of plan, you would want to leave
That open.
this open.
But if we're gonna use it for fosters, whoever's fostering, I would make sure to, everything is Velcro because
Yeah,
you have, you know,
have to
kittens,
wash it.
ringworm, washing, all that, so it's easier to, not to, and have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Velcro or snaps, because
I
we're constantly washing.
I like the vinyl.
Yes.
And I think you could get the vinyl mesh,
oh yeah, that's right.
and then it would be, have some ventilation and it, the water would drain.
Well, it's out in the rain.
Yeah.
That type of netting is used in wildlife.
What kind of glue, Donna, do you remember they recommended to glue the vinyl? It will also probably be, yeah,
Stinky glue.
stinky glue, because what it's
Can
going
you
to
show the
do
camera?
is melt
Oh, vinyl cement.
the vinyl, so it's bonded together, just like the stinky
Can you
PVC
do that
type
again?
glue does.
Sorry. I have to focus.
So it'll be all stuck
It'll
together
stick
this
to it.
way.
There we go. Thank you. And how much was that? Do you remember?
The Velcro would work on the vinyl too.
Yeah, I really like the vinyl idea.
It was about $6.
And you got that at a-
Yeah,
I ordered it online. I
Okay.
used their sourcing,
Okay.
so I haven't looked for this locally.
Okay.
And Donna made the template, so you can see she used 2 pieces of paper and measured it out and cut it, and then she used it said heavy shears. Did you, how?
No, I had a very lightweight pair of scissors. It cut like a dream.
So it isn't as hard to cut as they made it out to seem.
It's very easy.
And then, yes, you can either get Velcro if you want to use fabric and sew it on if you're a sewer. I used to be a sewer, I'm not so much, but I really like the very well. And you could use fleece, which I have for all of you for being here today. Does anybody have any questions about this? How you could put it together? You know, I would love, like, I'm probably going to make something and put a bed up here for my little dogs, because my 4 little dogs share an extra large crate, and my husband's like, they need a platform.
Right.
So here we go. Here's a platform.
Yeah, you put it in.
That's
the
a
crate,
great idea for a crate, yeah.
Space over and under.
Yes, because you make it into bunk beds where you have the
Yeah.
bedding on the bottom by the feet,
Right.
and then
Play space up. Yeah. And I don't know about the vinyl, but it feels strong enough that if you did 2 layers, you could probably just cut a circle in the upper layer so the kittens could go
to
through.
climb through.
Yeah.
If you needed to, yeah, and then you could like fold it over and glue it or something, so
Yeah.
there wasn't a rough edge, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's not rough feeling. It's very soft stuff.
Okay, and then we can just, you know, like for me,
Yeah.
if I make something like that with my litter, I have a litter of 9, so that's, you know, a little bit too small. So I can adjust my plan
Yeah,
to,
you just adjust the sizes to make it.
Right.
You know, I think if you were going to use this for a cat bed or a dog bed, you just need a little shorter layers.
shorter, yeah, well,
Yeah.
for the puppies, I mean,
Yeah.
a little bit less are piling on top of each other, the
Yeah.
top one.
Nice and long.
So how, because I'm bad at, you know, numbers. I see something there and it's not the right number in my head. How would, you know, with the plan that you made,
I would take one of the patterns, the templates, and decide how much bigger do you want yours to be. If you're going to use the 1-inch pipe and you want it to be 12 inches longer, then cut it down the middle, put
And make it
12
12
inches in
inches
the middle.
long.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Because what you want to make sure, and Amy pointed this out, when this fits together, get it the right direction, and you get this glued in here, I think I had it the right way the first time.
Yeah.
You want to make sure, because if you don't believe kittens will do silly things, you want to make sure there's either this is big enough. My concern with this particular pattern, now that I see this on here, with kittens, this is plenty big enough to get their heads down in, so it would need to be some adjustment.
or maybe
Making it
put
out
mesh
of
there?
newspaper first,
Okay.
and then
So build your
bed,
your
whatever
first.
you want to
Then do
make.
your measurements
Do a
for
template afterwards.
specifically
and see.
how much material you're
Well,
gonna
and if you used the connectors they use,
Right.
there's much less space there.
Yes.
So yeah,
This
but
is
this stuff is so
actually-
easy to cut.
This is only the extra right here. This is how big this bed would have been, because the rest of the measurements I used were exactly the same size. So this is the only thing that's extra.
Yeah.
But I wanted you guys to see, you don't have to order it online because the the fittings were going to be like $8 and then $10 shipping.
Yeah.
I could have gotten exactly what I needed, but I'm like, okay, that's crazy.
go to Ace.
But
Yeah.
the plumbing warehouses too, like Ferguson, they have all this stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so if you do put a little effort in, you can get, because I had, at the time, you could, 15, 20 years ago, I guess they just don't carry as much. I could go to Lowe's or Home Depot and they had far more fittings, they had every kind of fitting that I could need and want to make my bird stands. So I would be wanting to make it this wider.
Right.
So it comes to here, so little kittens can't stick their little heads through, because in the shelter, we have a picture of a kitten being very naughty.
Not to do.
It's kind of cute and sad at the same time. He was fine. But they will do crazy, kittens particularly will find that, yes. Because all of you who have raised kittens know they can figure out all kinds of ways to get in trouble.
Yeah.
So does anybody have any questions now?
Yeah, what I like is the simplicity of it for everyone.
Yeah, it is, these are super simple. I mean, I sold bird stands. It wasn't that people couldn't make them, I just had everything I needed. I had a table saw, I had a router to cut, because I had a piece of white board, I think it was for showers, but I routed all the way around here so it slipped inside.
Oh, nice.
You know, and it was, I could put a bird stand together, and I would even make custom ones for people that they wanted them in some certain way. I can cut and put it together in like an hour. And they're much more elaborate than this. But yeah, like Donna did here, just make it, and if you need it bigger, cut it in half in the middle,
And then
and
put
then
that length
spread
that
it
you
out,
want in there. Okay.
and just tape yourself newspaper together.
I used newspaper to
Yeah.
measure
Yeah.
my trailer I bought a couple years ago. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted carpet.
It's very simple and easy to put together.
Cool.
Does anybody have any questions?
Does
Everybody get
Ferguson
to,
sell retail?
Yes,
excellent.
you just don't get a discount.
Well,
Yeah.
But
that's okay.
also the sprinkler, irrigation stores, they use, that's the best place to buy this stuff, because that's what they use for irrigation.
Yeah.
I wanted to show you that you could do this by going to Home Depot. And you absolutely can. This would work. You just need to make sure your vinyl or
Right.
whatever fits here so little kittens don't stick their silly little heads through.